Check. Hi everybody. I still don't see myself live. Oh, finally. Hi everyone, very good afternoon and a warm welcome to Vedantu JEE English channel. So how is your exam? How did you all do? Wasn't chemistry very promising? I guess it was, right? Quite easy, to be very honest. Isn't it? What do you guys think? Just a minute. Yes. Hello. Hi. So shall we start solving then? How did the paper go? Yes. How was your maths? How was your physics? I am good. Easy. Yes. It was quite easy, isn't it? Most of the questions were direct from the NCERT, which I have seen. Yes. I don't know how was the paper. When will you start? We will start with the EM set. First, let's complete the JEE paper solution. Yes, tomorrow is your shift. Don't worry. It'll be all right. So shall we go? God knows. You will be able to calculate your marks right away. After me, Suri sir will be coming in for physics paper solution and then Gautam sir will be coming in for mathematics. So let us go. Yes, let us go. Let's take a look at our paper solution. What do you all think? Easy. I know. Very promising, isn't it? Okay. So first question that I got it is, which of the following is antacid? Ranitidine. Again, this has come directly from your NCERT, isn't it? Shreyas sir has gone for a holiday, bacha. So once he comes back, he will take your classes, but right now he's not available. Yes, this has come directly from this part. You can see ranitidine. The structure is also written right here. I am taking the session, in place of Wasim sir. When Wasim sir was taking the session, that day I was not here, right? So today I will be taking the paper solution, okay? Wasim sir is taking a little rest. He has done it, for 2-3 days. So today I will be taking it, okay? Alright, so this is directly come from NCERT. As you all can see, ranitidine, that is the correct answer. Is that right, everybody? Did you all get it right? Yes? Amazing. Okay, moving on. Next question, everybody. Next question. Which of the following is formed on heating caprolactam? Yes. What is the answer? This was also very easy, isn't it? My name, Nobomita Bhattacharjee. Yes, that's my name. My name is Nobomita Bhattacharjee. Okay. Important suggestions. We will do that. First, let's solve it. Come on, let's solve it. Everybody. What is the correct answer? Nylon 6, isn't it? Caprolactam, when you heat it, what do you get? You get nylon 6. This is the correct answer, isn't it, everybody? Did we get this right? This was also easy. Very direct questions, correct? Right, everyone? Amazing. Moving on. Okay. Now, NO2 plus sunlight gives you A plus B, and B plus O2 will give you O3. That is ozone. Now, this has also come directly from NCERT. You can see this paragraph right here. What is it saying? NO2, NO2, sunlight, that is photons, right? Obviously. So, you are getting NO plus O, and oxygen atoms. What are they? They are very reactive. So, what will they do? They will react with O2 and they will form ozone, okay? They will form ozone, yes? How will I rate the paper? The paper was very easy. The paper was very easy, which we all can understand, isn't it? We can all understand, we can all look at it that most of them are direct questions. So there is no doubt that it was an easy question, isn't it? Yeah. Chalo. So I'm hoping that most of you are getting full marks. 95 plus in chemistry. Absolutely, right? Great. 90. Amazing. Super proud of you guys. Super proud of you all. Chalo, moving on. Now, which of the following is correct about OF2? Okay, actually, honestly, there should not be any confusion. However, some of the students might have been confused with option 3 and option D, and you probably are thinking that bond angle should less than be 104.5 degree. No. Is this water? This is not water. OF2. Now F has lone pairs, right? So because of the repulsion, it will actually increase. So option D is not right. Oxidation state of O is -2, not at all. It is +2 actually. It is +2. So this is wrong. Linear, impossible. They have a bent shape, angular shape, V shape, isn't it? Yes. What does it have? It has V shaped or angular shape, right? Or what do we call it? Bent shape, isn't it? So option C is the correct answer. Option D is not the correct answer. If at all you have any doubt, please make sure that no, the bond angle is not less than 104.5 degree. Rather, it is actually 109 point something, 109 degree to 7 minutes or something like that. Okay. Yes, it is not less than 104 degree. All right. Yes, got it. Okay. Of course, only inorganic question. No, actually, you will see some organic questions are also there. Now, number of lone pairs in IF7, ICl4 minus, XeF2 and ICl minus. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this, everybody. Now, we are not clear about what have they asked. Have they asked you about the central metal atom or have they asked lone pairs of all of them? Okay, so let's do all of it. Let's do all of it. Okay? All right. I'm pretty sure that you all know about it, correct? Chalo, let's do it. So we have I. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. What is the shape of it, my dear student? What is the shape of it? The answer is pentagonal bipyramidal, right? Pentagonal bipyramidal. Yes. Now, what will be the answer? What will be the answer here? Fluorine has 3 pair of lone pairs. 3 lone pairs everywhere. Yes. So how many lone pairs are there in the central atom? How many lone pairs are present in the central atom? For this one, if it is IF7, then the central atom has 0 lone pairs, right? The central atom has 0 lone pairs. Absolutely right. So here we can write 0 lone pairs on central atom. And exactly like this, if we solve the other ones also, let's solve it, everybody. Very good. Yes, correct answer is yes, 0. Now let's go to ICl4 minus. So that means ICl, Cl, Cl and Cl. What about this? What about this? What about this? Right, how many lone pairs are here? How many lone pairs are here? 2. Should we agree? Shall we all agree that there are two lone pairs on central metal atom? Yes. So let's write that down also. 2 lone pairs. 2 lone pairs. Right, everybody? Is that right? Is that right? Very good. Amazing, amazing, amazing. ठीक है? All right. Yes. आगे. Moving on. XeF2. What is XeF2? XeF2 has a linear shape, isn't it? Xe and F. Now, how many lone pairs does it have? How many lone pairs does it have? Come on, guys. What is the answer, everybody? What is the answer? XeF2. Chalo, let's draw it. 3 lone pairs. Do we all agree? 3 lone pairs. 3 lone pairs. Isn't it? Now what do we have? XeF6. Same thing if we do, what will we get? How many lone pairs? XeF6. That means lone pair will be 1. Isn't it, for XeF6? Everybody. Somebody already told me 2, 3, 1. Are we right? Are we right, everybody? Come on. For XeF6, okay, let me write it down here. Lone pair. Acha, was it ICl minus only? Was it ICl minus? or was it ICl2 minus? Was it ICl minus or ICl2 minus? What was it? This, I mean, it should be ICl2 minus. It should be ICl2 minus, right? Chalo, moving on. Moving on. This question you all have understood, right? This question you all have understood. This is how you're going to solve it. Now, this was the easiest question, isn't it? This was the easiest question, everybody. Atomic number was given and you just had to do what? You just had to match it with the block. Yes. So what is the answer? What is the answer? See, S block. 37. Yes. 37 is S block. That means this. 52. 52 will belong where? Where do we have 52? 52 is in P block. Correct. Take a look at this. Yes. 65. Where is 65? Where is 65, everybody? 65. Where do we have? 65 is in F block. Oops. 65 is in F block and 74. Where is 74? Where is 74? As we all know, 74 is in D block. Right, is in D block. So this is your answer. Okay, this is your answer. Got it clear? This was the easiest question. I mean, looking at this, it was ICl2 minus. So ICl2 minus will have a linear shape, isn't it? It will have a linear shape. You can solve it for that. Moving on, everybody. Now, which of the following reaction can be used to prepare LiAlH4? Again, direct question from NCERT. I have taught you this. Do you remember? I have taught you this. The correct answer is what? LiHAlCl3, isn't it? LiHAlCl3. Option C is the correct answer. You can check it out. See, LiHAlCl3. That's the one that is used, isn't it? Yes. But the 29th was Sunday, so we haven't done it. Okay. We will see later if we can do it. Okay. We will see later if we can do it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Moving on. Which coordination compound is used for the treatment of cancer? Okay. Very direct. Very easy. Cisplatin. Cisplatin is the correct answer. Skipped this question. Which one? This? Oh, I had taught you this. It was very easy. Okay, it was very easy and I had taught you this. Chalo, anyway, moving on. Okay, moving on. Arrange the following in increasing order of strength. So, do you remember? Again, when we predicted the question and I told you that the most important inorganic question, we have done this. We have done this kind of question, isn't it? So, if you see the list of the ligands in the field order, in their field strength, yes, in their field strength, then what do you find out? CO is in the top, right here, CO, then what do you have? After that, what do you have? Come on guys, answer. This is also very easy. Directly from the field strength, everyone. Again, direct question. Come on, answer. Chalo, let's do it. What do we have? We have CO, then we have En, right? Then what do we have? We have C2O4 2 minus, and finally we have S2 minus, right? Finally we have S2 minus, isn't it? Correct, everybody? Yes? Correct, everyone? Great? Cool. Okay. Question today without any preparation. Okay, now permanganate. Okay, look at this question. This is also very easy. Okay, permanganate to manganese oxide. Change in oxidation number of Mn. Do you remember that this was also something that we have done it? This was also something that we have done it. Yes. So permanganate will have what? +7 oxidation state. Oxidation number, you all know how to find out oxidation number, right? This was +7. Manganese oxide will have +4. That means that the change in oxidation number will be 3. Answer is 3. Okay, the change in oxidation number of manganese will be 3. All right, cool. Understood this? Understood this? Understood this? Yes. Moving on. Acha, frequency is equal to 2 into 10 to the power 12 hertz. You have to calculate the energy for 1 mole. What are we going to do now? What is it that we are going to do? So we know that the formula is E is equal to H nu, right? Is that right? I did not get this question. Then maybe you had some other set, na? Maybe you had some other set. No problem. Okay. So we have what? Now nu is frequency. Yes. And H is your Planck's constant. Correct. Now what you are going to do is you have to find it out for 1 mole. You have to find it out for 1 mole. So what are you going to do? You are going to do is E total, let's write. E total is equal to H nu. Okay. Now Planck's constant. What is the value of Planck's constant? What is the value of Planck's constant? Okay, I have the solution here. I'm just going to write it down from here only as I have solved it. 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 into 2 into 10 to the power 12 as it is given here. And then obviously we have to multiply it with Avogadro's number, isn't it? We have to multiply it with these. All questions are from today's paper. Yes, it is from today's paper only, okay? And then we have to multiply it with Avogadro's number. So 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. And that will bring you your answer. That's it. That's it. That will bring you your answer. Right? Right, everybody? Yes. Yes, 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 Bhagavan. Yes, yes, yes. That is what it is. Okay. Now, this was also something that we have studied and we have done it as well during the question predictions. Yes, during the most important questions and all of these we have done this. So, during the qualitative analysis of SO3 2 minus using dilute H2SO4, SO2 gas evolved which turns K2Cr2O7 solution green. This is green, isn't it? Yes, this is green. That's the answer, right? That's the answer. Very good. Chalo. Moving on. Acha, this was a question. Now, this is also very easy. See, obviously, the first one will be COOH. You had to find out the acidic strength. You had to find out the order of acidic strength, right? Order of acidic strength. Oh, you kept it blue. Koi baat nahi. No problem. It's okay. The answer is green, though. Okay, the answer is green, bacha. All right. Chalo. Moving on. Moving on. So, obviously, COOH will be first. After that, what will it be? After that, what will you have? Chalo, answer. Try. Try, guys. Try. Then it will be 2. Okay. Then it will be 3. This will get resonance stabilized. Yes. And then finally, it will be 4. Is that what we have run? We have read. Acidic strength is... No. It will be B. Then A. Then C and then D. Not A, B. No. A, then, no. Wait. A, B, C, D. No, it'll be B first. B and then A. Alright, understood? B, A, no. B, A, C, D. B, A, C, D, my dear student. B, A, C, D. B, A, C, D. Okay? B, A, C, D. Yes. B, A, C, D. Okay, okay. Moving on. Now, which of the following is water soluble? Obviously, again, same question. Only A and B. BeSO4, MgSO4. Because we know that, solubility decreases from CaSO4 to BaSO4, right? So, obviously, only BeSO4 and MgSO4 are the ones that are water soluble. Correct, everybody? Correct? Hurry, no. It will be BaCd. BaCd, bacha. BaCd, not BaDC. BaCd. Okay? Chalo, moving on. Now, molarity of CO2. Have I skipped any question? No. Molarity of CO2 in soft drink is 0.01 m. The volume of soft drink is 300 ml and mass of CO2 in soft drink is. Okay. Answer batao. Chalo, tell the answer. Have you all calculated this? I have calculated this and I have written it right here. Okay, I've written it right here. Chalo, let's find out. Is this, see if you have calculated it like this, okay? The molarity given is 0.01 m, right? Now what we're going to do is W divided by molecular weight of CO2, right? Into 1 by V into 1000. 0.01 is equal to W divided by 44, we know molecular weight of carbon dioxide, yes, into 1 by 300 into 1000. So this gone, and then W, should I write it somewhere else? So W is equal to 0.3, this 0.3, see 10 divided by 3, so 0.3 into 44 into 10 to the power minus 2, which is equal to 132 into 10 to the power minus 3, which is equal to 0.132 gram, correct? This is equal to 0.132 gram, option A, correct? Yes, I'm going to give you this PDF also, don't worry, I'm going to give you this PDF also, okay? Now, for a first order reaction, calculate the time required when the concentration of reactant decreased from 7 gram to 2 gram. What was the value of K? What was the value of K? This is also very easy, guys. Okay, this is also very easy, right? Chalo, let's do it. So, we have to find the time. So, T is equal to 2.303 for first order, right? 2.303 divided by K, and then log of AO divided by AO minus X. Now, this is the initial concentration, right? This is the initial concentration and this is at time T. At time T, correct? Correct, everybody? Yes, so what do we get here? We will get T is equal to 2.303 divided by K, whatever was the, why am I not able to write? Whatever was the value of K, you just have to put it there, okay? You just have to put it there and then log of 7 divided by 2. That's it. You will get your answer. That's it and you will get your answer, okay? Cool? Have you all solved this? Have you all solved this? Or no? Come on guys, where are your chats? Why do I not see the chats? Where are the chats? People, this is how you have solved it, right? Give yourself the marks then. Give yourself the marks, okay? Acha, now this question. See, these are all the topics that I haven't taught you. Yes, Wasim sir has taught you. So I'm hoping that you all have studied from him very well. And please, if you haven't done very well in this exam, don't lose hope. You still have the April one also, right? You still have the April one also. K value is given as, okay, if whatever is the K value that you put it and you can solve it, okay? Yes. Is there less questions in JEE Mains 20? No, Nikhil. Who told you that? No, not at all. Yes, not at all. Not at all, okay? Yeah, anyway, so I'm pretty sure that Wasim sir has given his best when he has. We all know that he's an amazing teacher, right? And you all have learned from it. Now, if you haven't done very well, it's okay. Don't lose hope because April 1 is also coming. So you gear up for that. And I am anyway very sure that you all have done your best and you are going to get through it. So don't worry about it. Right now, let's focus on how much marks we are getting, okay? How much marks we are. Till now, you have only made 3 mistakes. Very good. That's amazing. Pat on your shoulder. Pat on your shoulder. Anyway, acha, let's do this. Speed of electron in 7th orbit is 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Then find speed in 3rd orbit. What is the answer that you got for this one? What did you get here? What did you get here? You think it is? Ah, very good. Actually, yes, video is not clear. It is. But can you just go to the top, YouTube, go to the top 3 dots, just change the advanced options there. Just change the advanced, V proportional to Z by N. Absolutely, that is the one that we are going to do. Yes, so V is equal to, but we will have to add the constant, right? What is the constant? 2.18 into 10 to the power 6, isn't it? 2.18 into 10 to the power 6 minus 6. No, 10 to the power 6 into Z by N. This is what you have to do. And what is the answer that you get? You get this, 8.4 into 10 to the power 6, okay? 10 to the power 6 meter per second, alright? How are you finding the Z value? You have kept B only. Very good. Okay. Very good. Very, very, very good. All right. I think that was all that we are going to do right now. These I haven't solved yet. We will come back with it. Okay. We will come back with it, or we will see. But right now, Suri sir is going to come. So be there. Stay tuned. Suri sir is going to tell you about physics question. Let me call him and ask him if he's ready with it. Okay. Let me. I will. Videos February 1st session is not there. We will see. Okay. We will see. Okay. Let me call Suri sir and let him know. Yes, Suri sir is ready. Chalo. Bye bye. I'll see you all in some time. Okay. Yes. Physics sir is coming. Be there. Tara, bye bye. All the very best. See ya.
Hey everybody, if you can hear me in the background, start making some noise in the chat box. Yes. If I'm audible clearly, just in the chat box, just start writing +1 or you in the chat box. That tells me that I'm clearly audible to Janta. Okay. Superb. Very well. Okay. Awesome. Fine. So without any further delay, let's go to the discussion for physics. Hello everybody. Yes, a new face for you all, just for a few days. Okay. Yes. Vanakkam. How is everybody? Ready for physics to begin? I guess you all are. Okay. So everybody, people who have appeared for the examination today, they kind of have an advantage of having seen a few papers already which have happened, right? And they're not even at the end that the momentum has fizzled. So this is absolutely, I personally feel, is the perfect day to actually appear the examination on. And my own personal prediction was in the beginning of JEE examination that the paper is not going to be challenging. Any of the paper is not going to be challenging. Yes, toughness is not increasing, it's more or less the same. And let me tell you the simple thought for people who are yet to appear for the examination, maybe in the evening or later on. Okay, for all of you, just let me tell you this simple thought which should calm you down. As the notification of JEE examination came in the middle of December, which was very close to the day of beginning of the examination, that means the government took you by surprise. So of course they don't want to make it so difficult for you that it will break your confidence. So they have to conduct the examination to bring everything on the track again, but they are definitely keeping the papers easy. Okay, everyone, shall we begin? +1 in the chat box. Those who know me, have seen me on different channels before, they know that to give me agreement, you have to just write +1 in the chat box and we'll be on our way. We have physics questions with us, and after me, you will have mathematics discussion. Okay, with Sankirat sir. Okay, everyone, let's go. Yes, superb. Just a single piece of advice. In this phase, does not matter who's in front of you right now. What is important is what is on the screen. Okay, so the regular teachers will be back, as it's a marathon for all of us. That's why we all work in shifts, so that every teacher gets a breather and every teacher gets to solve the paper with you all. Okay, cool. So let's go and look at the questions right away. So this is where it begins for physics. Overall physics, as I said, has been consistent with whatever the difficulty level has been so far. I did not find it extraordinarily different. Whatever I saw in the last 2-3 days when the paper has happened, it's more or less the same level. Okay, so question everybody. If the height of the capillary rise is 5 cm for a liquid, what is the rise in height if the surface tension and density is doubled? So I hope that everybody remembers that formula. It's 2t cos theta by r rho g. So question is only changing surface tension and density. So looking at this, you can say that it is directly proportional to t by rho, right everyone? And if tension becomes 2t and density becomes 2 rho, Nothing is changing, which simply means what? H dash will remain the same 5 centimeter, because proportionally both the factors are increasing, not affecting anything as far as the height is concerned, right? So the answer comes out to be option B. Okay, if you have done it right, if you have appeared for the test today, you can tell in the chat box by writing +1, or later on in the comment box you can tell how many of the questions that you saw today were you able to solve by yourself, including physics, chemistry and mathematics. Okay, yes, no Jawahar, it will not. Okay, next one, a very standard question that everybody has seen when they are solving questions from capacitors. So you know that question, whenever there is a capacitor which is uncharged is given to you, it is charged with the battery 100 volts, and now the battery has been removed after charging the capacitor, and then an identical capacitor will be connected to this capacitor. So common potential concept comes into picture, and the question is asking you to find out the value of the change in the potential energy of the system. Okay, so to solve this question you will never put the values of C and V in the beginning, always remember that. Okay, that's how it becomes easier and faster. So in the beginning you know that the charge here is C into V. When you are going to connect another uncharged capacitor, okay, when you connect this uncharged capacitor, what will happen? A common potential, say V dash, will be achieved. So the total charge which was CV in the beginning will now become C and C, both of them are in parallel now. So 2C is the overall capacitance and V dash is the value of the new common potential, which comes out to be half of the original potential, which is given to you as 100 volts. Right everyone? That means now if I want to find out the loss of potential energy, the amount of energy which is stored in the capacitor individually was half CV square here. And now the energy has lost, so the value has to be lesser. So this is half of 2C and V dash square, which is V square by 4. I hope everybody is agreeing to this. I'm not going into every micro level step as everybody is interested in the answers more. So I want to reach there ASAP. Okay, so this is half CV square minus 1/4 of, in fact 1/4 of CV square, right? That means 1/4 CV square. Perfect. Okay, so this is capacitance, which is 400 into 10 to the power minus 6. Voltage is 100, square that value, 10 to the power 4. So this is 10 into 10, 100, 10 to the power 4 makes it 10 to the power 6, cancels with 10 to the power minus 6. You have 4/2. Sorry, you have 4/4, not 4/2, because you have 1/4 half CV square. Okay, so 1/4 of CV square gives you the loss of energy as 1 joules. That means the answer, okay, option C. Okay, 900 microfarad was the question. You all know that these questions are memory based questions, right? And in memory based questions, at times the students, the value that they give could be a little different. So the idea is to remember or understand how the questions are getting solved. Okay, it's okay, Venu, no problem. So answer can change, but what does not change is the approach. So we've got the answer here. 1 joule is the answer according to the given values. Now quickly tell me in the chat box, because this is something which everybody should already know. This is a straightforward expression. What is the correct relation between Young's modulus, modulus of rigidity, and the Poisson ratio? I want you people to tell me in the chat box quickly. A chance for all of you. Y is Young's modulus, eta is the modulus of rigidity, and sigma the Poisson ratio. Vijay, just on the borderline, can't say. Okay, so yes, everybody, you all are right who are answering option A. It's one of the expressions to remember from the chapter of elasticity. Straightforwardly has been asked today. Okay, moving on to this one. It says that the maximum and minimum voltage of amplitude modulated signal are 120 and 80 volts. If you have been following the previous year papers closely, there are two chapters which are highly neglected. Usually students run away from them, and they are always going to be there at least one question from both of them, okay, or at least one question from put together as a chapter. The first one is electromagnetic wave, the second one is principles of communication. So either you will have question from each of them, or you will have at least a question from one of them, and this is what happens every time. Principle of communication. So the maximum and minimum voltage of an amplitude is, or amplitude modulated wave is 120 and 80 volts. So first of all, you need to study a bit to understand that this is AM, where a carrier wave is overlapped over a message signal, so that the communication can happen. So the maximum amplitude is amplitude of carrier wave plus amplitude of message wave, and this is equal to 120. And the minimum amplitude is amplitude of carrier wave and amplitude of message wave, and the value comes out to be, or given to be, 80 in the question. Question is asking you to find out the value of AM and AC. Simple as that. So two equations, if you'll try to solve, you know that you're going to get the AM value as 20 and AC value as 100 volts. Maximum is 120, minimum is 100 minus 20, that is 80. So that's why the answer is option B, 20 and 100. Simple as this. Okay. Moving on. This is done. Now this one. So this says that two conducting spheres of radius r and 2r having charge densities u0 are connected by a wire, and the new charge density is u dash. Find the u dash by u for each sphere. So I've got a mixed review from the student about this question. Some of the students said that the question asked for the ratio of the two spheres after they are connected. Was that the case, everyone? Can you confirm? Those who appeared for the test. So even if that ratio was asked, we will still be able to find out. So we are taking a relatively longer route of question, or longer the route in terms of what the question is asking, and then we'll find out that also if students confirm that only the ratio was asked of the final and the final charge densities of the two spheres. Okay, everyone, are we here? Okay, so question is telling you that you have two spheres. One has a radius r, the other one has a radius 2r. They both have the same charge density, that is u0. Okay, so if we want to say that the charge on q1 is going to be 4 pi r square u0, then I'm defining it as q. That's q charge. Then when I look at q2, that becomes 4 pi, squaring that will give me 4r square u0. That means this is 4 times of q. If this is q, this is 4 times of q. So q1 plus q2 is 5q, and by law of conservation of charge, this is going to remain same. Okay, everyone. So question tells you that now you take the two spheres and you are going to connect them. So when you connect them, they will definitely have different values of charges. This will have, say, q0 charge. This will have 5q minus q0 charge. So its density change. Okay. So the new charge density becomes u dash. For both of them, there will be a different value. So whatever that happens, question is asking you to find out their individual u dash values. This is u dash for A. This is u dash for B. Okay, the options. So here what I say, that when you connect, their potential finally has to become same. So k q0 by r should be equal to k 5q minus q0 by 2r. Okay, so k and r gets cancelled. 2q0, 3q0, and what do I get here is 3q0 equal to 5q. q0 comes out to be 5 by 3q. That means 5q minus q0 comes out to be 10 by 3q. You can add both of them, you will get 5q again. Okay, 5 plus 10, 15 by 3, that is 5q. So this is basically the charge on the first sphere on A, and this is on the second sphere, that is B. Okay. Everybody following? So question is asking us to now write down the individual charge densities. So if I write UA dash, it's going to be the charge value Q naught upon 4 pi r square. So Q naught value is 5 by 3 Q 4 pi r square, and have a look. 4 pi r square by Q. 4 pi r square by Q is nothing but U naught. So this is 5 by 3 U naught. Okay, that means U A dash by U naught is 5 by 3. That's the first thing that the question asks. Okay. In fact, to avoid the confusion, let's just state as A and B. Okay. Let's find out UB dash also, which is 5q minus q naught by 4 pi 4r square. So this value is 10 by 3q by 4 into 4 pi r square. So this q by 4 pi r square we already know is u naught. So this is 10 by 12 times u naught. So everybody, we have ub dash by u naught as 10 by 12 or 5 by 6. So what we are getting, 5 by 3 and 5 by 6. So if they asked the ratio also, it is still fine. If you needed the value of say ua dash by ub dash, this is 5 by 3 u naught, this is 5 by 6 u naught gets cancelled, 6 by 3, 2:1 if this was asked. Otherwise the answer is there in front of you. Everyone, if you all are here, if either you can confirm or at least write +1 if you understood in the chat box. Okay, +1 in the chat box, everyone. Okay, cool. Let's move on and talk about this one. Thank you. So this question says that there is an isothermal process. So for isothermal process, we already know that delta U equal to delta T equal to 0 and delta Q is equal to delta W, or if you say only W, then say W. Question says that now the heat has been given. So this value is positive. So definitely this value will also be positive. Work is positive, yes. Work is negative, no. Delta U is positive, possibly nahi hai. No possibility. Delta U negative, not possible. Delta U is 0. So only first and fifth are correct. Right, everyone? Yes, option B. Okay, super. Next one. It says that there are two coils of Na and Nb number of turns, okay, carrying current Ia and Ib respectively, and have the radii, individual radii, as 10 and 20. Don't even need the value. I'll say this is R and this is 2R. So if their magnetic moments are same, so magnetic moment is Nia. So Ma is equal to Mb. We have to accordingly look for the option. So this becomes Na Ia pi r square. This is Nb Ib pi 2r the square. So pi r square gets cancelled. What you are left with is only 4 on the right hand side in the bracket. So NaIa is equal to 4 times NB IB. That's your answer. Very well. Answer is option A, everyone. What do you say? This one, Janta. Have a look. We have to match the column. Column A gives you displacement versus time or position versus time graph, and column B gives you the respective possible velocity time graphs. So let's start from here. You know that displacement versus time graph, if I draw the tangents, I'm going to get the velocity. So here the velocity is 0 and then it is becoming positive and increasing. Okay, it starts with 0 velocity and then increasing velocity. Okay, so if we look at the positive velocities and starting with 0, looks like this is what it is going to be. So P is Q. Okay, because B is constant velocity, D is constant velocity, and A is negative velocity. If I look at Q, sorry, what just happened? P is C, and Q is giving me a constant velocity altogether. The slope is constant, which is option or column, second column has D matching with it. This is also done. Then R tells you positive constant velocity, then negative constant velocity, positive and negative constant velocity. That means you have R matching with B, and then after that you have not much to talk about. This is continuously decreasing velocity, eventually becoming 0. Okay, so you have continuously decreasing velocity and eventually becoming 0. All the velocities are initially negative. So this is A for S. So this is what, I do not have the options right in front of me, but this is how the matching would happen. I hope everybody understands this. Okay, Janta? Those are supposed to be the arrows which are matching, but anyway, we've got this. PCQD, okay, PCQD, RB, SA. Okay, absolutely right, Priya. Nice. Now this one, let me remind you, if you have solved, say, JEE advanced questions earlier, kind of this type of question was asked in 2011 JEE examination, JEE advanced. This question was asked, where you have a bullet of 10 gram hitting a ball which is of 200 gram mass placed on a 20-meter pole, and after that, what happens if I call, say, this as P and this thing as Q, then after some time Q will fall here and P will fall here. This is 30 meters and this is 120 meters. Okay, so question is asking you to find out what is the velocity with which the bullet hits. Q is of course initially at rest. So in this case, of course, momentum remains conserved. So we say, one more thing everyone, if I call this mass as M, then this mass is 20 M, just to make my calculations easier. So momentum conservation says that in the beginning, you have M mass moving with V naught, so M V naught. After that, M mass say moves with V1 and 20 M mass moves with V2. M gets cancelled here. That is the part that I like here, making a easier equation. So clearly if I get V1 and V2, the question is done, right? For getting V1, you know that particle P has a velocity, or bullet has the velocity V1 with which it is going to strike P. And if you see this 20 meter, the time taken to hit the ground is going to be under root of 2h by g by both of them same, because they both have 0 initial vertical velocity. So 2 into 20 by 10, this gives the body 2 seconds time to fall. That means if I talk about, say, for P is covering 120 meters with a velocity V1 in a time t. So this is 120. V1 we do not know with which it starts, but it's going to take 2 seconds. So V1 is 60 meters per second, first of all. That's one thing we have got. Now for V2 is covering only 30 meters. So for Q, it's covering 30 meters with a velocity v2 in time t. So this is 30, this is v2 and 2 seconds. So v2 is 15 meters per second. And now looking back here, this is the value that we were looking for. v0 is v1 plus 20 v2. So v1 is 60, this is 20 into 15, or you can say this is 60, this is 300, so 360 meters per second is the velocity that we get. What do you say, Chinta? I hope everybody understood what has happened here. Okay, +1 if you understand. v1 and v2 are horizontal component of velocity. v1 and v2 are the velocity with which they start moving, and after that it remains their horizontal velocity. Okay, when they are moving, these velocity will remain constants, horizontal. Okay, very nice, got this. Okay, let me also remind sir to be ready after me. Okay, now this one, Janta, it says that bob P is released from the position of rest at the moment shown. So you have a string of length 20 centimeter. There is this bob which will be released. It will of course come to the horizontal to vertical position, gain some velocity, and there it strikes an identical bob. It strikes an identical bob there, and when it strikes the identical bob, the velocity with which Q will start moving after the collision. Okay, so everybody, for P we can say that the kinetic energy that it gains is going to be equal to the loss of potential energy it suffers. That means V is equal to under root of 2gh, which is 2 into 10 into, it is 20 centimeters. So 20 by 100 in under root. These zeros got cancelled. Root of 4. That means 2 meter per second is the speed with which P is going to collide Q. And they have the same mass. And whenever two identical mass objects collide horizontally with each other, there is going to be an exchange of velocity. So P will now be at rest and Q will gain the same velocity, which is 2 meters per second, and the answer becomes option C. Okay, Chanta, I guess the typed questions that I had are done here. So there is one more question which I found, but it was not there in the PPT, so I'll just discuss with you all. The question says that the heat passing through the cross section of a conductor varies with time. So heat current was to be talked about, and the question was such that the heat which is passing through a conductor is varying as alpha T minus beta T square plus gamma T cube. Let me confirm. Okay, and the question was confirming that alpha, beta, gamma are constants. What is the minimum heat current through the conductor? So there is a conductor through which the heat, when it is flowing, this is how with time it is varying. So if I talk about the heat current, okay, it's definitely dq by dt. When you differentiate, it becomes alpha minus 2 beta t plus 3 gamma t square. So question is asking us to talk about the maximum value of this. Okay, everyone, maximum value of this. Sorry, minimum heat current through the conductor, not maximum. The minimum heat current, if we speak about I minimum, for that we will have to talk about di by dt. So you'll differentiate that also. So this becomes 0 minus 2 beta plus 6 gamma t equal to 0. So we get the time at which this possibly can happen as 2 beta upon 6 gamma, which is beta by 3 gamma. So you are going to put the value of time here to get the value of I minimum. By the way, you can differentiate one more time here. Okay, overall looks like this, after differentiation this value becomes 0 and this value will give you positive value. So double differentiation positive means minima is existing. Okay, we are on the last question now. Okay, after that you will have the maths discussion. Sir has confirmed. Okay, Sankirat sir will be coming right after this question. Okay sir, yeah. So putting up the value, you have alpha minus 2 beta, time is beta by 3 gamma plus 3 gamma beta square by 3 into 3 gamma into gamma. So 3 gamma cancels 3 gamma. So what do you see here is alpha minus 2 beta square by 3 gamma plus beta square by 3 gamma. So this looks like alpha minus beta square by 3 gamma. So this is the minimum value of the current which was given. Option with this is the correct answer. Okay, so Janta, I hope everybody must have found the paper discussion relatively helpful and easier for physics at least. Okay, it's going to remain the same in the evening and coming papers which are still remaining. You will find the paper level same. So now I'm signing off. You will have Sankirat sir for mathematics. Okay, let me just confirm with him once again. Okay.
I'm very sorry. Good afternoon. I hope I'm audible for everyone out there. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Still not yet live. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Yep, I think I'm live. I hope I'm audible for everyone, guys. I hope I'm audible now. Hello, hello, my rock stars. How are you? How was the examination? How was your examination? Good, great. So, if you remember, on 25th of January, the paper of mathematics was comparatively easy. Everyone were happy because if you compare it with 2022 math paper, the math paper was not that difficult. In fact, the doable questions were increased. We had at least 8 to 10 questions in every shift of Jan 24th and Jan 25th, which were doable questions. But I think the scenario has changed. You see the last January 29th paper, or now the shift 1 paper, well, the difficulty level has definitely increased. The difficulty level has definitely increased. I would agree with you, but not as difficult as the previous year. In 2022, it was completely next level. Mathematics paper was completely next level. Still, it did not match that level, but comparatively, the difficulty level has increased. The questions were looking kind of scary. There are many students who told me that, sir, the questions were so scary. And also, the lengthy calculations, it took time to get the solution. So completely agreed, guys. But anyway, I think you need not to be worried, right? Anyway, it's relative marking. If it's tough for you, it's going to be tough for everyone. And accordingly, the percentile is going to be decided, right? Hello, my dear students. How are you? Okay, so let me start discussing the question paper with you. We have few questions. Let me start discussing the solutions of that, and also let me give you the answers. Anyone has written the examination here, guys? Anyone have written the examination today? Anyone has written the examination today? I hope you have done great. Perfect. And I hope my audio is clear for everyone, guys. So if it is not, just let me know. Okay, chalo. So let us quickly start discussing the paper. So this is the first question for you. Permutations and combinations. If you see on 24th, 25th, yesterday also, questions were asked from this chapter of permutations and combinations. A minimum of 2 questions were definitely being asked. And you see this question right here. What is given for you? Find the number of 4-digit numbers divisible by 15. Okay, using 1, 2, 3, 5, given that the repetition is allowed. Now try to understand this. Again, I would definitely not say that this is an easy question, a doable question. You know, given the heat of the moment, given your stress in the examination, I think you should be in a very correct position, in a very calm mind to solve this question, guys. So see, try to understand this. We need to basically get a 4-digit number. Okay. Which is divisible by 15. Okay, which is divisible by 15. And what are the digits we have to be using in this case? 1, 2, 3 and 5. And also it is given for you clearly in the question that repetition is going to be allowed. Now try to understand this, guys. How do you know that a number is divisible by 15? How do you know that a number is divisible by 15? Well, it should be divisible by 3. It should be divisible by 5. Correct? So we have to definitely know that the number should be divisible by 3 and 5. Now let us talk about 5. I think this is pretty simple, right? How do you know that a number is divisible by 5? Well, the last digit should be either 5 or 0. Anyway, we don't have 0 in the given digits. We have a 5. So definitely, guys, this position is fixed. You should not be changing this position. This position is already fixed. Now all we have to do is play around with these 3 positions. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Now, sir, how should we play around with these 3 positions given to us? It's very simple, man. The digits given are 1, 2, 3, 5. Correct? Okay. Now, we also should be knowing that the number which is formed should be divisible by which one? By 3. Now you know the divisibility test of 3, right? When you find the sum of all digits, it should be divisible by 3. Now what we can do is think in this particular way. Well, you might be getting, let us say when you add up all the digits, let us say you might be getting 9, or it might be 12, or it might be 15, or it might be 18. You can't go above this. Agreed? Because of course you have a 5 here. Right. So in this 3 digits, the maximum you can go is still 15, right? Not more than that. In fact, 18 also. Correct? So now try to understand this, guys. 9, 12. I think we can also go. I think we can also. I think we cannot go till 18 since we only have 3 digits and the maximum digit given is 5. So 5 plus 5, 10 plus 5, 15. The maximum we can go is 15. And I think we can also go till 6 here, right? So these are the 4 cases, guys. These are the 4 cases which is going to be possible. 6 or maybe 9 or maybe 12 or maybe 15, correct? Now try to understand this. This is with respect to these 3 numbers, okay? These 3 digits right here. But we have a 5 here, right? So first thing what you need to do is already 5 is present here. Now try to understand it in this way. That 5 plus, okay, this 3 digits, the sum of the 3 digits should be in such a way that it should be divisible by which one? It should be divisible by 3. So in that scenario, what we can understand is, this is what we can do it here. So basically 5 plus, now what can we take here so that the resulting number is going to be divisible by 3? Now we can take 5 plus 1. But I highly doubt we can take 1 because definitely these 3 digits have to be filled with any of these numbers, right? And minimum is 1. So you can't go with 6 here. Correct? So now try to understand this. We can't go with 6. So let me go with 9. So for 9, we can add 4 here. 5 plus 4, 9. Okay, that is possible. Or 5 plus, what can be another number, guys? Can we go with 7? Okay, 7 is also possible. 5 plus 7 is equal to 12. That is also a possibility. Or we can go with 5 plus, well, we can go with 10. Exactly. 5 plus 10, that is going to be 15. That is also a possibility. Or we can go with 5 plus 13. 5 plus 13, which is going to be 18. This is also a possibility. Agreed, everyone? I hope this is clear for all the students out there. So it's a bit tricky question, but you have to keep analyzing it in this way so that you can easily figure it out. So if you analyze it in this particular way, you'll get to know that the sum of the 3 digits should be either 4 or 7 or 10 or let us say 13, such that the final whatever number you're going to get, it's going to be divisible by 3, or it is also going to be divisible by 5, and that means it is going to be divisible by 15. This is what we need to do in this case. Now to get 4, you can easily understand, you have these digits, you see how do you get 4 in these 3 numbers, you find out the cases. The same goes with 10, the same goes with 7, the same goes with 13. I think you can do that. I think that part is not that difficult. So guys, this analysis is required in this question, and if you do so, the right answer which you have to get here is going to be 18. But I think it's not 18. Did you get the answer as 18, guys? I don't think the answer is 18. I think just a minute, let me check. I think I got something else when I did this one. Just a minute, guys. I think the answer should be 21. Just check it. The answer should be 21. I was getting 21. So I hope this is the right answer. I have done the entire calculation. So I think the right answer is going to be 21. There might be some typing mistake here, but I hope the procedure is clear for everyone out there. Okay. So guys, try to understand this question again. I think this question is clear for everyone, right? So simple question. I mean, again, it's not that simple. You have to understand the question first, that okay, it is divisible by 15. So okay, fine. It has to be divisible by 3. It has to be divisible by 5. Now 5 here is a very simple strategy. All we have to do is take 5 in this unit place. Now for the rest of the 3 digits, we have to make sure that when you have to take it in such a way that when you add up, the entire number should be divisible by 3. And for that, I have given the different cases for you. Okay, chalo. So now let me go to another question for you. Now you see this question, statistics question. Now this is like angel question, guys. You should not be missing this type of question. See, no matter how tough the paper is, no matter how critical, how tough the paper is, you would definitely get at least 5 to 6 questions which are easy level questions. And I can definitely tell you from which chapters those questions might be coming also. Let us say from statistics or mathematical reasoning or vectors, 3D geometry, or let us say differential equations. Questions from these chapters are usually very, very easy. You can easily do those in the examination without any confusion. And this is one such question from statistics, guys. What is given for you? If you see, the mean and variance of 7 observations are given. Okay, now how do we do this one? Now everything is given for you in the question, right? The mean. So let us say summation xi, where I is running from 1 to 7, whole divided by 7. This is given as 7. The mean of 7 observation is 7. And what about the next one? The variance of the 7 observations. Okay, so variance is 16, which is given by summation xi square, I running from 1 to 7 divided by 7 minus the mean whole square, and that is basically 7 square. Now this is given for you in the question. Now he's asking that if in all the 7 observations, one such observation is 14 and is basically removing it. Okay, now what is going to happen? Definitely the mean is going to change. Agreed? Now the mean as well as the variance is going to change. Correct? Now if the mean and variance is going to change, the new values he has taken as A and B, we need to just figure out what is A plus 3B minus 5. Now how do we do this question, guys? Very simple. Now let me take from this equation, can we write it in this way? Summation I running from 1 to 6 xi plus 14. I'm doing nothing here. Okay, simple. This basically is indicating the sum of all the 7 observations. Instead of writing in this way, I'm writing the sum of 6 observation plus let us say 7th observation is going to be 14. That's it. Whole divided by, again it's going to be 7, and that is basically going to be 7. So from here, guys, summation I running from 1 to 6 xi value would be 7 7s are 49 minus 14. So from this you end up getting summation I running from 1 to 6 xi, that is the sum of 6 observations. Now from here Can you calculate what is the mean of the 6 observations? Definitely. So that is summation xi, I running from 1 to 6 whole divided by 6, and this value you need to basically figure out, and that is simply nothing but 49 minus 14 divided by 6, and this is simply given as A for you. That is simply A for you. Now how do you calculate B? In the similar way, you need to basically figure out B, guys. So for B also, you're going to apply the same strategy. Now try to understand this. For B also, what you're going to do? So again, summation I running from 1 to 6 xi square plus this 14 square divided by 7 minus of 7 square is equal to 16. So from this particular equation, you figure out what is summation I running from 1 to 6 xi square going to be. You would definitely get to know that, and once you get to know that, all you have to do is to calculate the variance of this new observations, that is the 6 observations is simply going to be, so let me take that variance sigma square nu, okay, which is given by B. This is simply given by summation xi square, okay, where I is running from 1 to 6 divided by 6 minus the mean whole square, right? And what is the mean value which we got? You see here, that is simply nothing but A. You have the value of A here, so put that value of A here, so that is A square. So if you put the value of this from here and A, which we already got, you will get to know what is the B value. Now once you get to know what is A and B, substitute in this expression, you would end up getting A plus 3B minus 5. And my students, this is going to be the answer. 29.25 is simply going to be the solution. So is this clear for everyone? Any doubt in this case? So definitely guys, I would not rate this question hard or moderate. It was an easy question. If you have done the previous year questions of statistics, I think you would have comfortably done this question without any mistake. This is a kind of repetitive type of question from the statistics chapter. Okay, chalo. So now let me go to another question for you. Now you see this question. Can anyone tell me which method did you use? Can anyone tell me which method did you use to solve this question? Again, it looks scary, but it's actually a very simple question, man. All you have to do here is try to understand. Whenever I see limit extending to 0 and I see this, this particular limits of the integral in terms of a variable, all I can remember is simple, which is Leibniz rule. All I can remember is this beautiful method called Leibniz rule. Exactly. So what are we going to do here? Just apply it. So for that, a slight modification is required. Now what is that modification going to be? Limit extending to 0. Okay, so let me write this entire thing in the numerator. That is integration 0 to x t cube divided by t raised to 6 plus 1 into dt whole divided by, you can take it as x raised to 4, and here it is 48. So this is what it is. Now guys, it is very simple. Now treat this as a limit question. If you treat this as a limit question, you'll get to know that this is in 0 by 0 form. So you already know for a 0 by 0 form, what is the method you are going to apply? The L'Hospital rule, the beautiful L'Hospital rule. So let me apply the same method, guys. So what are we going to get? 48 into limit extending to 0. Differentiate the numerator and denominator separately, right? So how do you differentiate the numerator? You already know we have to use Leibniz rule in this case. So that is going to be 1 into x cube by x raised to 6 plus 1 whole divided by the differentiation of denominator, guys, x raised to 4 differentiation, 4 into x cube. Is this clear for you? Now x cube and x cube is getting cancelled. For extending to 0, I would get 48 by 4, and the right answer for this question is simply going to be 12. 12 is the right answer, guys. Did anyone get the right answer here? 12 is simply going to be the right answer. So I think this was a simple question, right? This was actually a very simple question. If you know Leibniz rule, then definitely this is a doable question, guys. And I've seen this pattern, no? From in 24th Jan, 25th Jan, as well as 29 January also, from definite integral, definitely one question is expected, and that is very easy question. Actually, you know, 2 questions are being asked if you see the previous shift. And out of those 2 questions, I definitely feel that one question is dead easy. You can comfortably do that question. And this is one such question in this shift. Okay, chalo. So now let me go to another question for you. Now you see this particular question. Now again, kind of scary. Definitely agreed. It's a sequence and series question. It looks scary. But guys, you have to simplify, modify the given equation. Now try to understand how should we modify this. It's very easy. If you have done this type of questions already, I think you might have got the idea in the examination. Now here, this is an, which is minus 2 divided by 4n square minus 16n. 15 is given. So let me do one thing. Let me write it as 16 minus 1. Can we do that? Of course we can do that. Now what is an going to be? Minus 2 whole divided by. Now this is a square minus 2ab plus b square, which is simply nothing but 2n minus 4 whole square. Agreed everyone? 2n minus 4 whole square, and this is minus 1 square. Again, a square minus b square. I hope you're getting this. So that is what I was telling you. You need that slight modification to understand how we can proceed further. Now you see here, this can be written as an, which is minus 2 whole divided by, so this is a minus b, right? So 2n minus 5 into a plus b. So that is 2n minus 3. Okay, 2n minus 3. So I think till this point, I hope no one is having no more doubt here. Okay, so let me do one thing, guys. Let me take 2 as a common in this and this. Why am I doing? Because see, we have done such questions, we have done this type of questions in sequence and series where we used to get this type of models, right? We used to get this type of models, 1 by x minus a into x minus b, and we used to write them like this, 1 by x minus a minus 1 by x minus b, such that the difference between a and b is going to be 1. You remember this type of models, right? This type of questions. The same thing can be applied. The same thing. If you see this question, guys, I'm trying to apply the same thing here. So for that, what I'm doing is an is equal to, if I take 2 and 2 as a common here, this is what I'll be left out with. Minus 1 by 2 into 1 by n minus 5 by 2 here into 1 by n minus 3 by 2. And you observe this, guys. My prediction was correct. You see, the difference between 5 by 2 and 3 by 2 is 1. So what does that mean? Now this can be written as an, which is minus 1 by 2. This can be written as 1 by n minus 3 by 2 minus of 1 by n minus 5 by 2. Is that clear for everyone? Or did I write it in an opposite way? I think here it should be 5 by 2. If I'm not wrong, guys, just I think no. I think this is perfect. This is perfect. 9 minus 3 by 2, and this is n minus 5 by 2. You take the LCM, guys. N minus 5 by 2 minus of n plus 3 by 2. I think I need to take it in a ulta way. Okay, fine. No issues, no problem. So this is 3, this is 5. So let me take 5 here and let me take 3 here, guys. Correct? So we can write the same thing in this particular way. Now all you have to do is find out a1 plus a2 plus so on a25. That is, find out summation of I running from 1 to 25 an. And what is an? This is going to be an. And when you find out the summation of this an, you'll definitely realize that all the terms are going to get cancelled except the first term and the last term. We have studied that in the sequence and series, in the special series concept, and then I think the rest of the question is completely fine. Then the first and last terms will be remaining. If you do the simplification, this is the answer you have to get, which is 50 by 141. Okay, so definitely, guys, not a scary question at all. Okay, but definitely you would have done this question if you have done that special series concept. Okay, if you have done this type of questions, then I think you could have got an idea in the examination how to proceed in this case. Okay, chalo. So now let me go to another question for you. Well, 3D geometry, shortest distance. I keep telling this. If you see my January 24th, January 25th analysis, the questions from 3D geometry definitely had this concept of shortest distance. And I told you that, see guys, in 3D geometry, question from 3D, the question on the shortest distance formula, and also questions on the formulas of 3D geometry, direct application can be expected, and this is one such question, man. See, all you have to do is find the shortest distance between two lines. One line is available to you already. Okay, one line is available to you. The other line is not available. But to figure out the other line, this is given for you. See the condition. A line passing through 2, 6, 2. Now I do know that if the line is passing through 2, 6 by 2, 2, 6, 2, I can write it in this way. X minus 2, Y minus 6, and you have Z minus 2. Now what do I write in the denominator? I need the direction ratios of the parallel vector which is parallel to this line. How do I get it? Well, you observe this. It's given that the line is perpendicular to this plane. Now you already should know this, guys. If this is the plane, and imagine this is going to be the line, it's something like this, and it is perpendicular to the plane. Now from the equation of this plane, you'll get to know that what is going to be the direction ratios of the vector perpendicular to the plane. From the equation of the plane, we know that 2, minus 3, 1 are going to be the direction ratios of the perpendicular vector, which is perpendicular to the plane. So let us suppose that vector is something like this, and the direction ratios of this is 2, minus 3, 1. And can I tell you that this is simply nothing but the parallel vector to this line? So that means in the denominator, what can we write down? 2, minus 3 and 1. And tada, we have another line. So this is going to be line number 2. Now this is going to be your line number 1. All you have to do is find the shortest distance. We already have discussed about it. What is the shortest distance formula, guys? It is simply mod of B1 cross B2 dot A2 minus A1 dot A2 minus A1 whole divided by mod of B1 cross B2. Now what is B1 and B2? The direction ratios. This 2 minus 1 2 is the B1 vector, and this 2 minus 3 1 is the B2 vector. A2 minus A1, I think you already know. It is basically, this is A2. 2, 6, 2 is A2. Minus 4, minus 6 and 0 is A1. Find out A2 minus A1 and just substitute that in this formula. You would end up getting the solution. And what is the answer for this one, guys? This is going to be the answer. Where is it? 46 by root 45 is going to be the right answer in this case. So is this clear for everyone, guys? Any doubt in this particular question? So that's what I'm telling you. That is, this questions again, all the students have tomorrow examination, 31st or let us say 1st. You still have time to go through this 3D geometry. And let me tell you guys, in this shift, 30th January shift 1, many questions have been asked from 3D geometry, vector algebra, binomial theorem, and also from definite integrals. Good number of questions have been asked. So that is the reason, definitely go through this chapter, at least 3D geometry. Direct formula based questions are coming from this chapter. So I think you should not be missing that out. Okay, chalo. So now let me go to another question for you. Now you see here the coefficient of x raised to 301 in this particular series given for you. Now this is a binomial theorem question, but before that you need to be simplifying the question. You need to be modifying the question. How do you do that? It's very simple. If you observe the given series, don't you think this is in GP? Yes or no? Try to observe this. Let me write this as x raised to 0 into 1 plus 6 whole raised to 500 plus x raised to 1 into 1 plus x whole raised to 499 plus x square into 1 plus x whole raised to 498 plus so on. Finally, you would be getting x raised to 500 into 1 plus x whole raised to 0. Now try to understand this, guys. This is in GP, right? And what is the common ratio going to be here? It's going to be simply x by 1 plus x. And what is the first term? X raised to 0 into 1 plus x whole raised to 500. And how many such terms do we have? It is starting from 0, going till 500. So we have 501 terms. So we can say n is going to be 501. Now what should you be doing here? Apply sum to n terms of GP. We have the formula already. So S501 is A into the first term. 1 plus x whole raised to 500 a into r raised to n minus 1. So what is r here? X by 1 plus x, okay, whole raised to, it's going to be 500 minus 1, x by 1 plus x whole raised to 500 minus 1 divided by r minus 1, that is x by 1 plus x minus 1. Now guys, this is a simplified version of the same question. This question will scare you. This will not scare you now, because now this is a pretty simple expression we got, and from this all you have to do is simplify this, and then you would definitely end up getting two small, beautiful, cute, expressions for which you can easily figure out what is the coefficient of x raised to 301. And if you want to know the answer, the right answer is simply going to be 501 C 301. I hope this is clear for everyone, guys. So again, you just have to observe the question. Again, I told you in the starting of the analysis, the questions were scary. If you look at the questions, they were kind of scary. But if you start solving them, I don't think, they are that difficult. So in this question, first you have to be using the concept of GP. You have to simplify it. And after that, I think all you have to do is figure out the coefficient of x raised to 301 using the concept of general term from binomial theorem. You can easily figure it out. Okay, chalo. So now let me go to this question. Again, guys, this was an easy peasy question. You should not be missing this type of questions, definitely. What is given? Tan 15. Okay, tan 15. Let me just write it in this way only. Tan 75, can I write it as 1 by cot 15? 1 by cot 15, tan 75, tan t minus 15. Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. Nothing new here, nothing crazy is happening here. Plus 1 by, what is tan 105? Tan 90 plus 15, which is cot 15. But what is going to happen here, guys? Definitely, now try to understand this. Tan 105 can be written as 90 plus 15, and which is cot 15. But we do know that tan 90 plus theta is going to lie in the second quadrant, where tan is definitely negative. So this is minus cot 15. So we have minus 1 by cot 15. And what about 195, guys? Let me just write it down for you. 195. So tan 195 can be written as 180 plus 15. Agreed? Now 180 plus theta is tan theta. 180 plus theta is third quadrant, and according to all silver teacups, we know that third quadrant tan is definitely positive. So this is going to be tan 15. So directly let me write it as plus tan 15, and this is 2 times of A. So this is going to be 2 times of A. Now I think this is a pretty simple question, guys. This term is getting cancelled. I'm getting 2 tan 15 is equal to 2 times of A. 2 and 2 is getting cancelled. The value of A, which you have to get, is tan 15. If you don't know the value of tan 15, guys, it is 2 minus root 3. But if you don't know it, it's fine. In the examination, all you can do is tan 45 minus 30. Apply tan of A minus B, you would easily get it. So tan 15 value is 2 minus root 3. You need to find A plus 1 by A. I think from that you can easily figure it out, man. So 2 minus root 3 plus 1 by 2 minus root 3, right? 1 by 2 minus root 3. So 1 by 2 minus root 3. So this is 2 minus root 3. This can be written in that way only. And what is 1 by 2 minus root 3? 2 plus root 3. Perfect, 2 plus root 3. Now what is this going to be, guys? This and this is getting cancelled. The right answer which you're going to get in this case is 4. Simple. So the right answer for this question is going to be 4. So definitely a doable question. Nothing crazy was happening here. Okay. Nothing complicated, nothing tricky. It was just simple. It was just going like that. Okay. All you have to do is know the basics of trigonometry, and this question is done. Okay. Chalo. So now let me go to another question. Binomial theorem. Another question for you. And again, this was also not a difficult question, guys. All we had to use is general term concept. You see, if you observe the question given to you, what is given for you? Coefficient of x raised to 15 in this expansion and coefficient of x raised to minus 15 in this particular expansion are equal. Find the relation between A and B. Now, let us say for this particular this particular expression, let me write down the general term. So TR plus 1 is 15CR into AX cube whole raised to 15 minus R into 1 by B into X raised to 1 by 3 whole raised to R. Agreed? So this, you can simplify it in this way, right? 15 CR. So this can be written as A raised to 15 minus R into 1 by B raised to R. And this is X raised to 45 minus 3R. And this is minus of R by R. R by 3, sorry. Minus of R by 3. Minus of R divided by 3. Right? This is what I'm going to get. Now, according to the question, what is given? This 45 minus, this you have 3R, okay, and this is going to be minus R by 3 is equal to 15. Since we need to find the coefficient of X raised to 15, so this is equal to 15, you would end up getting the value of R from here, and with that value of R, you figure out what is this coefficient going to be. Do the same thing with this particular expression also, the same stuff. And after that, you would easily understand what is going to be the relation between A and B. So I think the rest of the portion, guys, you can do it. It was a simple question based on the general term of the binomial expansion. I think you could have done this. No, I think nothing again crazy was happening here. So let me just show you the answer of this. So this is the relation you are going to get. AB whole cube is equal to 1 is the relation which you are going to get between A and B. Okay, so I hope this is clear for all the students out there. So now let me go to another question, areas question. Now again, in the area, it was not a difficult question at all. If you see the equations given for you guys, a parabola was given to you. Again, not a very complicated parabola. It was a easy peasy parabola. Its y square is equal to 8x. So something like this. And you had a line which is y is equal to x. Again, not a difficult line at all. Easy peasy line. So this is how y is equal to x is going to look like. Or let me do one thing. Let me just, draw it in this way so that it will be much more clear. I think it doesn't look like a line, right? Okay, let me do one thing. Let me just make this parabola a little big so that, this area which I can get is going to be more. So let us suppose this is going to be the line, guys. Assume it's a line. It doesn't look like a line, but assume it's a line. Okay, y is equal to x line, and this is the parabola. Then you have x equal to 2. So what is x is equal to 2 here? So x is equal to 2 is something like this. Let us suppose this is x is equal to 2 here. Now we're saying that, see, between, bounded, if you see the bounded region, we are getting two regions in this case, right? We are getting this particular region as well as this particular region. Is asking you to figure out what is the bigger area. So if you have drawn it to this scale, if you have drawn to the scale, at least, a rough diagram, which is, very, very close to the exact diagram. If you could have drawn that, definitely you could have get the idea. Definitely you could have got the idea that which is going to be the bigger area, right? So according to that, let us suppose if this is the bigger area, you can figure out what is this point going to be. It is the intersection of line and this parabola. You already know this point. You can find out the integration here, the parabola minus the straight line. Or else, if you figure out that this is going to be the bigger area, well, you can do the same thing. So if you're confused, let us say in the examination, you feel that, okay, which is going to be the bigger area? Is this one the bigger area or this one the bigger area? What you can do is, you can find out these two areas, compare, and whichever is going to give you the maximum value, that is going to be the answer. That's it. So I think this is a pretty simple question, guys. Nothing, again, crazy was happening here. We had two areas here, right? This area and this area. Is asking the bigger area. Okay, so you can calculate this as well as this particular area, figure out which is having the maximum value, and that itself is going to be the answer. Okay, and if you do so, guys, the right answer for this question is going to be 22. The answer for this question you have to get is 22. Okay, chalo. So now let me go to another question for you. I think we are done. I think we have some extra questions also. I have written down the questions for you guys. I just got it right now. Let me just, explain those questions to you. There were some easy questions also. I think this is one question let me just write that down for you. If z is equal to 1 plus I, if z is equal to 1 plus I and z1, okay, and the z1 value is basically how much? The complex number I plus z bar into I plus 1, okay, sorry, into 1 minus I, into 1 minus I divided by z bar into 1 minus z, okay, z bar into 1 minus z. Then what is happening here? Then the value of, okay, then the value of what we need to figure out here, 12 by pi argument of z1, 12 by pi argument of z1. This is what we need to figure out in this case. Now let me tell you guys, this is again a complex number question, but again nothing crazy, a simple straightforward question. If you observe, the complex number z is given to you. You need to figure out z1, and to figure out z1, again a direct condition is given. Z1 is simply this, where we need to find out what is z bar. I think z bar everyone knows, it's a conjugate of the complex number z. So what is z bar going to be? 1 minus I. Substitute this in this, okay. So let us see what I'm going to get. Z1 is going to be 1 plus 1 minus I into 1 minus I whole divided by 1 minus I into 1 minus of z, that is 1 minus minus I. This is what is given to us, right everyone? So now all you have to do is simplify this. All you have to do is simplify this. How do you simplify this one? You have to write this in a plus ib form, guys. Remember that. You have to write this in a plus ib form, which you can easily do it. Right. Now once you are done with z1, all we need to find out is argument of z1. So what is argument of z1 going to be? You already know that it is tan inverse b by a. It is going to be tan inverse of b by a. So figure out that argument of z1, multiply it with a 12 by pi, and from that you are going to get the answer. And let me tell you guys, the right answer for this question is simply going to be 3. You have to get 3 as the right answer for this particular question, guys. So complex number, direct application, nothing crazy was happening. I think you could have done this question without any confusion. Okay, chalo guys. So I think these were the questions which we have received. I hope you have understood the question. So if you see the pattern, if you see the type of questions, definitely they were repeating, specifically from 3D geometry, from binomial theorem, from definite integral. The difficulty levels, if you compare the difficulty level or the type of questions, okay, we can find some repetitive patterns specifically from 3D geometry. So the students who have their examination on 31st, or let us say on 1st, I think still you can definitely go through this 3D geometry questions, guys. At least do the 24th, 25th, 29th and today's paper, okay, from this all these 4 days, both the shifts. You'll definitely find some good number of questions from 3D geometry. Make sure you go through them. There are high chances that the same type of question can appear in your shift as well. Okay, and not only 3D geometry, statistics, I've shown that to you. Also mathematical reasoning questions. Okay, so that's what I'm telling you. Definitely the paper was on the difficulty level. If you compare on the difficulty level, it was definitely on the higher side when you compare with the previous shift. So if you see the pattern, the difficulty level is keeping on increasing. Okay, if you see 24th, I think 24th paper was actually a very easy paper, and 25, yes, definitely the difficulty level has slightly increased. And if you see 29, definitely it was, when you compare with 24, 25, I can see a increase of 30-40% difficulty level. Okay, and I think today's paper was also on the same level. So I hope you got the point that the difficulty, at least in mathematics, is keeping on increasing. So definitely be prepared for it. But again, I'm telling you guys, no matter how difficult the paper is, you would definitely end up getting at least 5 to 6 questions which are doable questions. In fact, from the questions which we have done, there are definitely 4 to 5 questions, right, which were doable questions, which were not that complicated. Nothing crazy was happening in that. It was direct application, where you just have to apply the concept, keep on simplifying it, and you get the answer. Okay, so definitely guys, I hope this is helpful for you, useful for you. So again, let us meet in the evening session where we'll be discussing the 30th January shift 2 paper. So till then, take care everyone, bye. And guys, do like the session. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, do subscribe to the channel, share this video. Who has their examination tomorrow or day after tomorrow, it would definitely be helpful for them. So till then guys, take care everyone, bye bye, see you in the evening session. And if you have any doubts, you can still ask me in the chat section guys. I'm still available. Do you have any more doubts guys? Is anyone having any more doubts here? Is anyone having any more doubts? If you have still any more doubts, still I'm available here. I'm ready to answer your doubts. So how much you're expecting guys? How much score you're expecting? How much score you're expecting? How was your paper? How was your paper? It was good. It was great. I think okay, perfect. Okay guys, I hope no one has any specific doubts here. Chalo guys, then let's meet in the evening session. So is there any question on imaginary numbers? This is the complex number question. Specifically on imaginary number, I don't think we had any questions till now in any of the shift. But complex number, yes, you can expect 2 questions guys. Okay, chalo. So 140, toughest paper till now. Well, I would agree with that on some level. At least in mathematics. I don't know about physics and chemistry. I heard that physics was not that difficult. It was easy peasy. Chemistry was moderate. Okay. So I think guys, 2022 papers were very, very difficult when you compare with, this papers. So I don't think toughest paper till now. No, I don't agree with that. But yes, definitely maths was on a difficult side. Okay. Physics and chemistry was easy. Exactly. Many of my students were also saying the same thing. Physics and chemistry was easy. Maths, it's lengthy, it's difficult. The questions were scary. But yeah, agreed. As I told you, it's percentile. It's all relative marking, no? So I think if you felt that way and you prepared well and you felt that way, I think most of the students might have faced the same difficulty in the examination. Right? Okay, fine. Tan inverse 13 is the argument. I think we would get here tan inverse b by a. I think the value of a and b is going to be 2, I guess. I'm not pretty sure about it. Do the simplification, guys. But the answer here, tan inverse, I would be getting 1, which is pi by 4. And 12 by pi into pi by 4 is going to be 3. So the answer for this question is definitely 3. No doubt in that. Okay. So I'm getting 180 plus. Will I get IIT? 180 plus is a very, very good score, guys. So you would definitely expect a good percentile. Okay, but for IIT you have to crack JEE advanced, man. But yeah, JEE for the NITs, yes, I think a very good percentile. You would definitely get a very good percentile for 180. So yes, if a good percentile you're getting, definitely you can get into good IIT, NITs specifically, the top NITs. Okay, chalo. Sir, is it I or 1? It's going to be 1. It's going to be 1, guys. Argument of Z1, it's going to be tan inverse 1, okay, and tan inverse 1 is going to be pi by 4. No, you would not get I here because A and B are anyway real numbers. No, you would not be getting I somewhere here. Okay, chalo. Now, still any more doubts here, guys? How many questions are expect 3D geometry in 31st exam? You can definitely expect 2-3 questions, guys. If you see the pattern, 24, 25, 29 and today also, definitely 2 questions minimum you can expect from 3D geometry. Okay, so you can definitely bet on that. So prepare well, and also let me tell you, they are easy questions. The good thing is the questions from 3D geometry are not that difficult. Till now we have not seen any question which are very difficult from, or let us say, above average questions from 3D geometry. They were doable questions, easy questions, okay, direct formula application questions. So definitely go through them. It would definitely be helpful for you. Okay. Yes, definitely the day by day the paper, difficulty level is increasing. Let us see what is going to happen in shift 2. Okay, chalo guys, then I think let's end the session here. So we'll meet again in the evening session where we'll discuss the the shift 2 paper. Till then, take care everyone. Bye guys. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. So till then, take care everyone. Bye bye guys. See you. Bye bye.